السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Hello.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum assalam.
Can you please turn down the television, please?
Okay.
All right, your question, please. Go ahead.
I have a friend that he celebrates, like he gives presents to his family, and his family gives presents back. But he believes that Isa is a prophet and not like a son of God. Is that haram or halal?
So he believes. So what this has? I mean, that's good that he believes that Isa is a prophet. Can he become a Muslim? Can you call him to Islam?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell him, say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah?
Pardon?
Okay, I don't know. You have a Christian friend who believes that Isa alayhi salam is a prophet.
No. He's Muslim. He's Muslim.
And he believes what again?
Yes. But he gives presents on Christmas. Is that haram or halal?
He gives present to whom? To Muslims?
No, to his family, yes. His mother is Christian, but his father is Muslim.
Yeah, he shouldn't be doing that. If he's listening to me, he should not be doing that.
Okay.
So he's a Muslim and he gives presents to others on Christmas. He should not be doing that, because again, if you do this, you're condoning two things. Number one, let me finish.
Okay,
Number one, let me
question.
finish. Number one, Prophet Isa was born on the 25th of December. We don't know that.
Yes.
Number two, we're not supposed to celebrate birthdays to begin with. Number three, you're condoning that he's the Son of God. If you do this, we should not be doing that. You see, giving presents, saying Merry Christmas, being part of these celebrations, you're condoning it. You're saying that's correct. That is why we say, don't do it. But do this in a kind, nice, respectful way. Your second question, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, يا أختي. Are you there?
My sister would like to ask you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, her sister. Go ahead. Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My question is, I'm looking to buy a house.
Okay.
And I know interest is haram, so I can't find anywhere that where a group of Muslim people that could somehow give it to me without having to take interest.
Okay.
So I was just wondering what is another alternative?
Renting. Rent, يا أختي.
Renting?
Yes, rent.
Okay. That's the only question I have.
MashaAllah. May Allah bless your heart. I wish all the Muslims are like you. Rent. And don't worry about it. And don't worry about it. So, because but the rental, Sheikh, is not tax deductible. Ya akhi, think about Jannah. Some of them say, but rental, Sheikh, I have to move next year. Ya Rajil, think about the house in Jannah. Think about the house in Jannah. Jazakallah khairan.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, let me answer some emails here after this call. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Naam, name, state, and question, please. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Canada.
All right.
I went Hajj for this year, and since I came back, I have two questions. Some people say I'm still sick, very sick, on the bed. And some people say this is the sign of your Hajj accepted. Is it true or?
So you went to Hajj and you're still sick from after Hajj. This is a sign that your Hajj been accepted. Some people are saying that. Some people are saying that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, are you praying 5 times?
Yes.
Are you staying away from the bad things?
Yes, I'm not doing anything. I'm a housewife. I stay home all the time.
You're striving. Say, are you striving to stay away from the bad things?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. That's all are good signs. Don't listen to these people about this is sign. These are all good signs that your Hajj is good, inshallah. Barakallah fiki.
No, one more question.
May Allah accept your Hajj.
Could you tell me
or any I made any mistakes, so that's why
Yeah,
this is the
yeah, أختي, let me establish this with you and settle it. No one in the face of this earth can tell you whether your act has been accepted or not. No one. No one.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, the sign that it has been accepted, that you are much better after you return from Hajj than before Hajj. This is one. Number two, in general, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us, Hadith Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, fi Sunan al-Tirmidhi, that when Allah loves someone, He tests him. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم was asked, Ya Rasulullah, man ashaddu an-nasi bala'a? Who are the people who get tested most? Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم said to that questioner, the prophets, then the righteous, then the closest to them in quality of faith. And a person will be tested in accordance to the quality of his iman, of his faith. If his quality of faith is up, then his test will be elevated. So in general, when you become sick, when you become ill, or when you face calamities, this is a sign of Allah's love. إِذَا أَحَبَّ اللَّهُ عَبْدًا ابْتَلَى. If Allah loves someone, He will test him or her. So we ask Allah to accept your Hajj, ya ukhti. Jazakallahu khairah.
Mean, just one other question. Could you please tell me any special dua for recovery or for my health, or you?
Allah, make that dua. Allahumma rabban nas. When you أذهب الباس اشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. And send me an email. You see my email posted in front of you on the screen. Send me an email and I will send you more dua that you can make.
جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم نسأل الله أن يشفيك يا أختي. بارك الله فيك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام.
نعم, name, state and question please.
My name is Ismail.
Yes, Ismail. Your question, Ismail.
My question is the prayer, the Qiyam al-Layl. The first question, I got two questions.
Okay, go ahead, Ismail. What about Qiyam al-Layl? What is the question about Qiyam al-Layl? Go ahead.
Yeah, what the time? How many rak'ah?
Yeah, the best time to pray Qiyam al-Layl towards the last third of the night. So see what time from Maghrib till Fajr or till the sun rises and divide these hours into three. And then you look at the last third. This is the time when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends in a way that fits Him. And He calls upon you, هَلْ مِن مُسْتَغْفِرٍ فَأَغْفِرُ لَهُ هَلْ مِن سَائِلٍ فَأُعْطِيَهُ. So this is the best time. You pray 11 rak'ahs total, 8 and 3. Make sure that you do not make the last 3 look like Salatul Maghrib. So pray 2 and then 1, or pray 3 together without jalsa after the second one. I hope you're catching up with me. Your second question, Ismail, go ahead.
هل يجوز صيام اليوم قبل Christmas? If I need fasting the day before Christmas, is it used or not?
That's a bid'ah. Don't do this. If that day if that day happens to be a Monday, you're fasting Monday. You're not fasting the day before Christmas. That's your intention. You're fasting Monday if this is what you're asking. But you fasting Christmas or a day before Christmas, you're fasting that day because of it is the day before Christmas. That's a bid'ah.
All right, thank you.
But you see, you fasted Monday because it's a Monday, not because it's the day before Christmas. You understand? There are two different things here.
I understand it.
Okay.
I understand it right now.
Okay, good. Jazakallah khair. Okay, we have Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We have a New Zealand Sister Iman. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Iman, watching us from New Zealand. Allahu Akbar. That's nice. Sister Iman said, ruling about marriage websites for Muslims. Sister, you really, I cannot say it's permissible or not, but how you go about it. You need to propose, the technicalities of doing this is what makes it halal, what makes it haram. You see, it's a means to get married. But now, any mukhalafa, any violation of proposing or violation of talking and interacting or showing pictures and so forth, this is something that you should not do. So how it is done is what makes it lawful and what makes it unlawful. And I do have a lot of callers, a lot of questions, and I wish I can cover this subject, that maybe one of these days we'll talk about it, inshallah. Sister Iman. Sister Iman is asking, can I enter the restroom with my phone if it has Quran? Sister, you can, but make sure, because it is not a Quran. The phone is a phone. It is not a mushaf. You are not allowed to enter the bathroom with a mushaf. The mushaf is what is known. But a phone is a phone. But make sure that you do not turn the Quran inside the bathroom. You make sure that you maintain its usage as a phone, don't turn it into a mushaf. طيب, what should I do if I cannot wake up for tahajjud? Allahu Akbar. Well, make sure that you make dua before you sleep. Intend in your heart, Sister Iman, that you want to wake up for tahajjud, and I assure to you, somehow you're going to be waking up for tahajjud. Just intend in your heart. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Naam, name, state, and question, please.
This is Simala and I'm calling from Maryland.
MashaAllah, how are you? I met you this weekend. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
I enjoyed meeting you this weekend, MashaAllah. Was a nice night for the people in Maryland. Everybody enjoyed it, I heard.
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
Yes, yes. What did you like about that night? Sister Malash is calling from Maryland. I spent the weekend there, like I said at the beginning of the show, helping Dar es Salaam, Home of the Hearts. Very, very, very ambitious project. Brother Safi Khan, may Allah reward him. He's doing a lot of good work out there. And I was there in support and helping out. And I was one of the speakers with Imam Siraj Wahaj, and also our brother Altaf Hussein and Imam Safi Khan. And I got to meet my little sister here. So tell me what you liked about the evening. What did you like?
I was like in the youth care, so I had fun with my friends, and then we came like in the auditorium and we sang Aniseed, and that was my favorite part.
Oh, mashallah. So you actually were in the crowd there. Mashallah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everything went well for the community. I think they needed that push for the project, so we still make dua that Allah makes it happen for them. Ameen. You have a question for me tonight?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Some of my friends say that it's haram to kiss the Quran, but I kiss the Quran when I drop it accidentally. Is that permissible or not?
Well, we don't have an evidence for this. That is, something we don't want to make an issue out of it because there are a lot of people who do it. But we don't have an evidence that you go ahead and kiss the Quran. You see, the Quran is to be respected by doing the following. Recite it. 2, memorize it. 3, understand it. 4, follow it. Implement it in your lives. 5, use it as a cure. This is how you should show respect and honor for the Quran. But if you happen to drop it accidentally, you did not do it intentionally, right? It was a mistake, right? It's okay. Yes. Just pick it up and place it where it needs to be placed. Jazakallah khairan. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay. I do have a lot of callers. I'm sorry, a lot of questions on my email. I promise I will suspend the callers for a while and answer these questions. I have Muhammad Anwari, we have Shira Shirwan, we have Sheikh Hassan, Asif Saeed, Jojo, that's a nice name, Hiba Mikbil, and Amr Khalid, and Sha'ban Abdi, and Siraj. I just want to recognize that I have your questions and I'll answer them inshallah. Yes, caller, your question please, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My question is, if a sister is on her period time, is it okay to her to enter to the masjid or to touch the Quran?
Okay, going to the masjid, we do not recommend it. Don't do it. Stay in the house. Touching the Quran.
I mean,
No.
sorry. We have class at the masjid.
Okay, that's another issue.
Yeah.
That's another issue. If there is a class in the masjid where you go learn in a regular basis or teach a class in the masjid and you happen to be in your period, we say you can go, that's permissible, but make sure that you wear some gloves or so as a barrier. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now, name, state, and question, please.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your question, please.
This is Hamid from New York. My question is, my wife has missed some pounds, some of the fast during the month of Ramadan.
Okay.
She would like to make that up, but she doesn't remember. What is how can she make the exact number, or she doesn't know how many days she has missed? So what is the solution for that?
Okay, the solution, our brother is asking a very interesting question here, that our sister missed a certain number of days in Ramadan and she wants to make them up, but the issue, the problem is she doesn't know exactly how many days. Now, we look into this and say, she is certain that she fasted a certain number of days, for sure. She's sure, right? You ask her, how many days did you fast? You're sure. How many days did you fast? Yeah, she's going to say 15. You're sure about that? Then you owe 15. If she says, well, I'm sure that I fasted 15, but maybe 17 or 18, I tell, okay, you have to make up 15 days. So you have to be certain that she fasted a certain number of days. She must be certain about that number. All right? The rest that she's skeptical or doubtful about, she has to make them up. Did you understand, my brother, how you're going to go about this?
Yes, brother, but since she doesn't know in total that how much in total she is missing.
Okay, you ask her, how many days are you sure you fasted? She must be sure she fasted 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I mean, she must be sure that she fasted a certain number, for sure. There are a certain number that she fasted. Unless she has to make up the whole month.
No, it's from the past years, Sheikh. It's not from the one or from the last month or from the last month of Ramadan of the last year. It has been compiled during the several years. So she doesn't remember how many days she has to make up.
Okay, so it's a previous Ramadans, plural, many Ramadans.
Yes, yes.
Now we ask you, why did she mess up these days? Why? Why she did not fast these days?
Because of some monthly period and probably some kids.
Okay, monthly periods, listen to me. Monthly period, she has to make up these days. No option. She has to make up these days. She needs to figure out how long is her period. It is 7. What is the average? 7, 8. How many Ramadans? Multiply, and she needs to make up these days. If she broke her fast because of pregnancy or breastfeeding, that's another issue. Feeding can pay based on the view of some of the jurists. But she needs to figure out as well how many days. At the end of the day, she needs to go back and look into these Ramadans. She should know how long is her period, the regular period. And that is the number she needs to go for. Jazakallahu khairan.
Oh, thank you very much, Sheikh.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, I think we should go ahead and try to answer these questions now. Okay, Shira, my name is Rosa. my first question, I would it be considered a wrongdoing if we accept or even give gifts during Christmas? Yes, it is. I answered that and I mentioned why. My second question, would it be the same to read the Quran in English rather than the traditional Arabic because I never learned it? To receive the reward, Sister Rosa, you must read it in Arabic, whether it is the Arabic language or transliteration. Like English, that can be read as Arabic. To get the reward, the 10 hasana for each letter. But to reflect and ponder upon the Quran, Sister Rosa, English is necessary until you learn Arabic, inshallah. Learn Arabic. Muhammad Anwari, I have a couple of questions. What do you consider holidays according to Islam? The two Eid, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha, Muhammad. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he came to Medina, he found the people in Medina celebrating days of Jahiliyyah. He said, Allah abdalakum, Allah has replaced you with two Eids, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. That's it. Close it. Shut down the door for this. Number two, if someone from Ahlut Tashayyu invite you for lunch or dinner, is it permissible? Listen, you can go give him da'wah. If he is insulting the companions of the Prophet, I think he deserves da'wah. Talk to them about the Sunnah and the importance of following the Sunnah, Muhammad Anwari. As long as the food is halal. Huh? Jazakallah khair, Muhammad. Give them da'wah. They deserve da'wah. A lot of those people, by the way, blind followers. They were not given the chance. They just follow what they follow blindly. And I think they deserve da'wah from us as well. Good job, Muhammad. Barakallah feek. Okay, we have Sheikh Hassan. Providing a monthly allowance to my sister who is a widow with 2 children and my stepmother who was married to my father before his death. Can I consider this as zakah? Okay, we're talking about your sister who is a widow and her 2 children and a stepmother. Yes, this could be considered to be zakah, but here is the issue. You start from now, because something about the zakah, when you give it out, you must have the intention that this is zakah. If you given that money in the past with the intention that this allowance or the help to the stepmother was zakah, then that's fine. But if you did not formulate an intention before giving out the money, you cannot consider it in the past to be zakah, but you can start from now, Sheikh Hassan. Those individuals can receive your zakatul mal, provided that you had the intention when you paid it that this is zakatul mal, not a sadaqah. Okay, we have Asif Saeed. Hope you're well. Is it permissible in Islam to use birth control? It is permissible, provided that the woman is breastfeeding for 2 years. It is permissible that pregnancy will endanger the health of the mother. Yes, it is permissible to protect oneself from having babies. Urgent. Zina, your guidance is needed. Please do not read my question loud. I would rather answer you, inshallah, dear questioner, in person, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So I will not read your question. Salah question. My name is Dua. Yes, Sister Dua. I have a question about Salah. If I go to masjid to pray Salah and I miss 1 rak'ah, but the Sheikh make a mistake and pray 1 extra rak'ah, do I have to make up the rak'ah I missed? That's a very interesting question. Al-Asl, the Salah is 4 rak'ahs. If you're certain, if you're certain that the Sheikh made a mistake, you're certain, then you don't have to stand up and make another rak'ah. Because al-Asl, you see, when we make mistakes, we have to go back to the basic. This Salah is 4 rak'ahs. You joined in the 2nd rak'ah, you missed 1 rak'ah, but for you, you have prayed 4 rak'ahs because the Imam made a mistake and he prayed an extra rak'ah. I hope you understand me, Sister Dua. Okay, Amr Khalid Khassati Mursal. I'm not speaking English very well. Can you speak slowly? Thanks. All right. Okay, I'll try. Okay. You see, I'm overwhelmed by all these brothers and sisters who are interested in learning, Brother Amr, the religion, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And, that is why I'm trying, I'm trying. So please. Huh? Okay. Please let me know the dua for good health. Okay, I remember you, caller, so I will send it to you. I will mark your email right here and I'll send it to you. Brother Siraj, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Imam Karim, I really like you. Alhamdulillah. أحبك الذي أحببتني. I don't have any question. Can you make dua for me? My name is Siraj from Denver. ما شاء الله Siraj. May Allah reward you, Siraj. نسأل الله أن يحفظك وأن يبارك فيك. نسأل الله أن يبارك فيك. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يصلحك ويصلح جميع المسلمين. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلك من دعاة الإسلام. A question for Sheikh Karim is, when reading the Quran, would it be the same? Oh, I answered that question, Rosa. I answered you, I believe. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am Abdul Sabur from Toronto, Canada. My question is, I have a neighbor. She is 65 years old. She wants to go to Hajj, but she doesn't have any accompany her. So this is the third time trying to go in a group to Hajj, but they reject her. She has one more to go with. She has no one to go with because her son is busy and her husband died. So is she allowed to go with the group? I tell you, Akhi, no, she is not. Her son needs to do her a favor and go with her. You see, for a sister who doesn't have a mahram, she doesn't have to perform Hajj until this mahram is available. That's what I stand for. Siraj from Denver again. Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, Siraj. Okay, I think I answered your question, hopefully. We have Suhail. I'm watching your program in Central Canada. It is nice. Only thing bothering me is the quality of sounds. It's very hard to understand. Sound is very distorted. Okay, we'll try to do our best. Suhail, Jazakallahu khairah. Okay, with this we have answered our, mashallah, our emails. What about, do we have Facebook questions, or are we still okay with that? Do we have Facebook questions? Huh? Yes. Maybe you can post those for me. We'll go from there. Okay, Sister Maryam, my mom took her Shahada 10 years ago, but she doesn't practice Islam. If anything happened, how her funeral should be? Ya ukhti, she's a Muslim. She needs, just advise her to pray, inshallah, ya ukht Maryam. Advise her to pray. Make sure that she prays. Remind her to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah from now and then. Jazakallahu khairah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
brother, I want to ask.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you about, if a brother wants to get married, can he put down his knee on the ground and ask the lady to marry him?
His knee in the ground?
Or it's halal or haram?
It is haram. ما ينبغي لأحد أن يسجد له إلا الله. No one, you cannot do this. We're Muslims. This is number one, mimicking the non-Muslims. Huh? Number two, it's haram to bow down to another human being. Come on, just ask her to marry, okay, and be a nice husband. Stop doing this plastic stuff. This is all plastic. They do this and then they go and cheat them afterwards. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. We need to act as Muslims, behave. We have Sharia, we have religion. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Sophia. I'm calling from Oregon, Beaverton. My question is, it haram to celebrate Prophet Muhammad's birthday? If it is, why is it haram?
Okay, Safiya, it is a bid'ah to do that because we don't have an evidence. We don't have an evidence. We cannot do something of that nature because we do not have an evidence for that. Jazakallahu khairan. You must have an evidence to do it. If you really love the Messenger Safiya, follow him. Follow his sunnah. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Naam, name, state and question please.
Okay, my question is that if it's allowed for someone to work in a fertility clinic where they do abortions? That's the first question. And the second question is that is it allowed for a sister to wear her niqab if her husband does not want her to wear the niqab?
Okay, the first one, abortion, is that what the clinic does, just abortion?
No, they do. It's a fertility clinic, but they do abortions also.
I would not.
Is it allowed? Yeah,
I would.
It is allowed.
Yeah, I would not contribute to the abortion deal, but I could do the other work. Because abortion, just explain to them that abortion is haram in Islam, and I'm not contribute to this, okay? The second, your husband should not, I don't know how in the world a husband would not like his wife to wear a niqab. I mean, this is funny, this is funny. But we need to talk to one another and just make it happen. The husband should not stand between a wife and her wearing the niqab. The ruling with the niqab, it is recommended in the religion. That's the view of the majority, the majority of the jurists regarding the issue. What is mandatory? That you wear a hijab, that you only show your face and your two hands. Now the niqab is a recommended act, is an extra. Now, mafsada here, we have two mafsadas, two bad things. The husband is not allowing it, and your relationship will go bad with your husband if you force it on him. So we have to use wisdom in choosing what we should do. But I would advise this husband to refrain from preventing his wife to be a better Muslima, to be more devoted. I don't want to say that the sisters who do not wear the niqab are not better. I'm sorry, that word is not accurate. It is in its place here. But I would use wisdom trying to convince your husband to do it. Okay? Jazakallahu khair.
Barakallahu feek.
Wa feeki barak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu
alaikum salam.
Naam, name, state and question please. Your question please, go ahead. Yes, your question please.
Okay, my question is, I went to the masjid last week. So we prayed Maghrib, then after that the Shaykh finished the rak'ahs, the 3 rak'ahs. He did the aqim again and stood up to pray again, At that time I thought to myself, he must have forgotten something, so he was redoing the whole rak'ahs over to perfect it. But after he was done and did the tahajjud, he put up again for additional one more rak'ah,
What salah is that? Ya ukhti, what salah is that? What salah are we talking about?
Okay, we're talking about Maghrib. So, I went to during Maghrib time to pray Maghrib, but then it was really heavy snow and rain. So he did 3 rak'ahs, and then when he finished it, he did the aqim again, and then he stood up again to do the 3 rak'ahs. At that time, I wasn't sure what we were praying. I thought he was going to perfect it, And then after he was done with the tahajjud, he did one more additional rak'ahs. I wasn't aware of what we were praying, so I just followed the Shaykh's lead. And then after that, I realized he combined both Maghrib and Isha together. So I was wondering, is that prayer, do you think it will be accepted, or does it have to be redone?
Okay, when the overall what our sister is asking, she went to the masjid and she found the imam combining Maghrib and Isha at the time of Maghrib because of a heavy snow outside. It is permissible. We pray Maghrib and Isha together when it is snowing. You pray the first 3 rak'ahs, then you do iqama, and then you pray Isha. The salah is valid. Jazakallahu khairan.
No. The question is, hello?
Yes.
Okay, the question is, he combined the Maghrib and he did 3 rak'ahs and then he did Tahajjud and then he did one more additional rak'ah that stood for Isha. But then I wasn't aware of what we were praying, so due to that, do you think my prayer is accepted or do I have to redo it? Do I have to redo the Isha?
So you joined with Maghrib or with Isha?
With Maghrib, we did the whole 3 rak'ahs.
Did you start? Yeah, Ukhti, can you listen to me? Did you start the salah with him?
Yeah, we started with Maghrib. Yeah, I started with them.
So you prayed 3 rak'ah and then you prayed Isha with him 4 rak'ahs.
Yeah, no, he did the whole Maghrib. And then he did Isha.
Okay, that's what I said. Your salah is valid. You prayed Maghrib and then Isha behind the Imam in the masjid because it's snowing, then your salah is valid. Jazakallahu khairah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, we have Yashao something, Gitahun. What a name. Beautiful name. Okay. I know there is a Mawlid in Islam, especially the East Africa, like Ethiopia, they celebrate it. Is this haram? It is haram. Mawlid is a bid'ah. We should not be celebrating it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Naam. Name, state and question.
My question is, I'm a driver. I'm a truck driver. So I'm going from all over the place about Salah. Like all Salah, like Asr and the Zuhur together, Maghrib and the Isha together. For how long I'm gonna continue doing that? If like it is routine job every day, I'm doing this. Is allowed to do all my life like that? If it is my job is driving all over the place, but because I'm living in Toronto and I'm driving all over the America and all over the Canada.
Okay, our brother is a truck driver. That's what he does for living. You know, he drives all the time. Is he allowed to utilize the license all the time? Yes, you are, because you're a traveler all the time. If you're able to pray the salah on time and complete it, hey, that's fine. But you have a license to utilize that license. As long as you are a traveler, you can utilize it as long as you need to. Jazakallahu khairan.
Jazakallah khairan. So always I can shorten it. Okay, thank you very much.
Jazakallahu khairan.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi. Name, state and question, please.
My name is Adam. I'm calling from Mississippi. My question is, when I'm reading Surah Al-Sajdah at night before sleeping,
Surah what?
Am I supposed to frustrate?
Surah.
When I get to the ayah where frustrate?
Surah what, ya ukhti, before you go to sleep?
Al-Sajdah.
Okay, you recite it before you go to sleep?
Yeah, am I supposed to frustrate when I get to the ayah where you have to?
Okay. First of all, let's just find out why Surah Al-Sajdah before you go to sleep. Why?
Because Rasulullah used to read Surah Al-Sajdah in the milk.
Before he goes to sleep. You have a hadith for that?
I've read it somewhere.
Yeah, you have an evidence? Can you send me the evidence?
I can look for it.
Oh, you need to look for it. You need to find it, please. First, to answer your question, any time that you recite the Quran and you come across a verse which talks about sajda, it is highly recommended that you do sajdat al-tilawa. Anytime that you do this. But please look for that evidence before you do that stuff, okay? Recite Ayatul Kursi, recite the last verses in Surah Al-Baqarah, the 3 Qul, before you go to sleep. We know for a fact that we have evidence for this. But what you're saying, show me state.
I've read that
show it.
Prophet used to read Surah Al-Mulk.
That's fine, Surah Al-Mulk, yes. But right before we go to sleep, that's an issue. I don't know about it. That's why I'm asking you to send me the evidence. so I can help you.
I can't recite with the president for speaking.
Just send me the evidence, then I will find out if you can or not. Okay, Jazakallah khair.
Definitely your email.
Yeah, but email. But definitely, what you can do is recite Ayatul Kursi, recite the last 2 verses in Surah Al-Baqarah, recite the 3 Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, and wipe your body with that. Jazakallah khairan.
I do that. Thank you.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam wa rahmatullah.
Naam. Name, state, and question, please.
Jibril, man of Toronto.
Naam ya Jibril, go ahead.
هل I can give the gift for the Christian and I can say Merry Christmas for them?
No. No, Jibril.
Okay.
Jazakallah khairan. No, we shouldn't do that. Jazakallah khairan, Jibril. Wa fika barak.
Barakallah fi.
Fika barak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello. Wa alaikum salam.
Naam. Name, state, and question, please.
Yes, my question is, I live in North America. Riba is haram. Yes. But many people, Muslim, you buy a house, you pay riba. The next to my question is halal meat. He say halal meat you buy from Muslim guy, you sell it halal. He say halal, but when he come in, he didn't know that is good or no, haram or no halal.
Okay, our brother is asking about buying homes here through some people who claim that they can give you halal loan. I do not know if these people exist. I do not know. I tell the brothers, I tell the sisters, rent, do not buy homes if you do not have the cash money ready to buy the house. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Sheikh. I'm Muhammad. I'm calling from Canada. I have a few questions for you.
Yes, Muhammad, go ahead.
The first question is that we're expecting our child in January. We're just having a little trouble choosing the good name. I heard the hadith from yourself that there's 3 names that is beloved by Subhanallah Ta'ala. I just wonder what are that 3 names.
Okay, is it a boy, inshallah?
It's a boy.
MashaAllah. Abdullah, Abdul Rahman, Muhammad Ahmed.
Muhammad and Ahmed. Jazakallah khair.
May Allah make it easy on you.
We have a masjid here. They call it community center because, they have gyms and offices and whatever. So my husband usually goes there to pray. Does he get the same reward as if he was praying in the masjid? There's a place for them to pray jama'ah.
Absolutely. If there is a jama'ah, yes. They need to have a masjid there if it is a community center. Is it owned by Muslims?
Yes. The Muslim own it.
They need to have a musalla.
They kind of divide it in offices and divide it to gym, and they're having like fundraising parties in there most of the time. It's a little distracting. It's still because that's the only choice he goes there to.
Yeah,
pray.
that's fine.
We're just wondering the benefit of it.
Yes, I would advise the community there to designate, a small space to be a musalla. But in any rate, his salah is jama'ah and he receives the same reward, alhamdulillah. So it's a good thing. But I would advise him to push the leaders of the community, the decision makers, to designate, a small space for musalla. I mean, man bana lillahi masjida, bana Allahu lahu baytan fil jannah. Yani, you end up with a masjid in that community center. That is the purpose of having a community center. You have it around the masjid. I mean, if you have a community center without the masjid, what is the use of it? Then they can go to the non-Muslim places. Come on, brothers. Jazakallah khairan.
Well, my third question is that one of our friends was seeking the answer for this question, but I couldn't answer him. He is inviting a friend over today and making dinner for that friend.
I would not do
making
it.
Turkey.
I would not do it. I would not do it. I would bash that day like any other day. I would sit in my cave and just do my thing and enjoy my family, and that's end of the day. Don't do anything special today, okay? Don't belie yourselves, brothers. Come on, brothers. Doing a turkey today, we're doing a turkey.
I don't know what was his reason, but he said he invited the friend and the friend refused the invitation just because saying that it's Christmas and turkey. Kind of,
may Allah bless the heart of his friend. He's a good friend for him. I would love to have a friend like this one.
The fourth question is that I changed my name to Amina, and there's a hadith that Rasulullah said that he told a Sahaba that Amina will be, his mother will not be in paradise. Is there a hadith for that? Is that a good name?
Yes.
Or what is your suggestion?
The name is okay. The name is fine. Amina is okay. That's a good name. But the fact that she is not in Jannah, it is established by evidence. And we should not be talking about it too much because something that does not please the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakallahu khairan.
Wa alaikum. Jazakallah Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam.
Yes, name, state and question please.
I'm from California, and I would like to ask if eating from fast food restaurants is okay.
Well, the food is not halal. You have the dhabiha there. Why didn't you eat the dhabiha? You don't have halal restaurants around you?
Oh, yeah, there's like In-N-Out, but people say you can't eat from In-N-Out too.
In-N-Out? What do you mean In-N-Out?
It's a fast food restaurant that only sells beef.
Well, dhabiha, we're talking about dhabiha. Is the food dhabiha, meaning it's slaughtered according to the Sharia? They said Allahu Akbar and they slaughtered it. Do you have restaurants, Muslim restaurants around you who can give you food like that? I would encourage you to go eat from there. You can eat fish from these fast food places. All right? Jazakallahu khairan.
Thank you. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Naam, name, state, and question, please.
Yeah, my question is, a friend of mine just passed away last week, and they had to put him on the grave. Then,
can you turn down the TV and go on, please? I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, because they put him on the grave, and what happened is when we put him on the grave, there is water just coming out from the grave.
Okay.
So I just want to know what is the reason for that. Is any Quran say that or not?
Water coming out of the grave?
Yeah, on the grave. Like it's not a one time, it's like twice.
Well, just make sure that before you bury him, did you make sure that there is no water there?
Yeah, there's no water there first. Then when we start digging the grave, there's a water coming out from the grave. We left that one and we open, we ask another one and we dig that one out and there is the water coming out from the grave again.
Okay, you need to bring dirt and make sure that this water is covered, okay? That's all. There is nothing sci-fi there, okay? We don't need our imagination here. Okay, certainly the earth is wet and you need to make sure that the grave doesn't have water in it. That's what you need to make sure of before you bury that person. Okay? Good man. Jazakallahu khairan.
Okay.
All right. There is nothing like sci-fi there, okay? It's normal. The earth is wet. Okay. Just make sure that the grave doesn't have water in it before you bury the brother. That's all you have to worry about it. Don't worry about the rest of that stuff. Jazakallahu khairan. Okay, we have Brother Adnan. How can I pray 3 witr? Because in my life I was taught to pray it similar to Maghrib. Here's what you need to do, Brother Adnan. 3 rak'ahs together, non-stop. Allahu Akbar. You don't sit after the second rak'ah, you sit after the third rak'ah and you come out of the salah. Or 2 rak'ahs, then you do tashahhud. Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. Then you stand up and do 1 more rak'ah with 1 tashahhud. This way you did not make it similar to Maghrib. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Naam, name, state and question please.
Houston, Texas, and my question is, the soft drinks, the soda, they have very little alcohol in it, and I was wondering if it's halal or not.
What is that now? What is that?
The soda, no, the soft drinks, right?
I don't know.
The soda?
I don't know what soft drink. I mean, are you sure that it has alcohol in it? Like Coke and Sprite?
It has a small amount of alcohol in it.
Listen, I don't want to talk about any type at all, but I want to tell you if there is any amount of alcohol in a drink is haram to drink. Why?
Okay.
The Prophet ﷺ says, if a bucket full of it, the meaning yani, if a bucket full of it causes you to be drowsy and intoxicated, then a sip of it is haram. إذا كان كثيره مسكر فقليله حرام. It can't be any clearer than that. جزاك الله خيرا.
جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم. السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I have 2 questions, one for my wife and one for me.
That's
my
fair.
wife wants to know, she comes with me to pray Isha and Fajr to the masjid. And she was asking me if she starts praying at home, will she get additional jaza for that?
The best place for women to pray is their home. And they receive the utmost reward for that. Let's make it crystal clear. The best place for sisters to pray is their homes. And they receive the highest reward for that. But we cannot ban the female servants of Allah from the houses of Allah. If they want to go to the masjid, we cannot tell them no. Your second question.
Second question is, brother, a gentleman, a friend of mine, owns a house in India. He lives in the state of Washington. Now, his wife actually owns the house. The husband does not. The wife bought it when she was working while she was alive. Now, the husband wants to sell the house. What will be the virasat shared according to Quran?
Mirath? Does she have children?
There are 2 girls.
Okay. ولكم نصف ما ترك أزواجكم إن لم يكن لهن ولد فإن كان لهن ولد فلكم الربع مما تركن. He receives a quarter of that and the girls get the rest.
So if there is no boy, even then the husband gets some share?
Yes, listen to the verse. Okay. Look at the verse. ولكم نصف ما ترك أزواجكم إن لم يكن لهن ولد. If they do not have children, you receive half. If they have children, you receive a quarter of their inheritance, and the rest goes to the girls. Jazakallahu khairan. Read
one more question.
One second. Read Surah An-Nisa, chapter 5, chapter 4. I'm sorry.
Surah Nisa, brother?
Surah An-Nisa, yes. Towards the very beginning of it.
I'll go and read it. My last question, yes. I'm sorry I'm taking too much of your time. In our masjid, every Friday, the Fajr, the Imam recites Surah Sajda and Insan. Is it a must? Should it be done like this every week?
Okay.
Week after week?
Our brother is asking about reciting Surah Al-Sajda and Surah Al-Insan on Fajr, the morning of Friday. It is a sunnah to do that, but not every Friday. Not every Friday. That is the established sunnah. That every other week or every now and then you go ahead and recite Al-Insan and Surah Al-Sajda at Salatul Fajr, but not necessarily every Friday. Just advise him not to do it every Friday, like every now and then, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. But if he does it, no big deal. Jazakallahu khairan. Okay, let me try to answer some of the emails right here. Vomiting and going to the masjid, that's a long question. Okay, let's just... Is it halal for a Muslim person to not clean after vomit or throwing up? Some people say you don't have washed 7 times your mouth. No, the 7 times, Sister Halima, the 7 times has to do with the dog and the dog licking your utensils, okay? That's it. But any other impurities, you need to remove it 1 time using water. Is it permissible for a Muslim woman to enter the masjid when she has her period? It is not, unless it is she has to. My brother is 17 years old, don't pray daily prayer. We advised him, but he never listens. What advice can you give to him? Just give him a tape about, the punishment for abandoning the salah. Remind him, keep reminding him. Every time that you see him, sister, you keep reminding him of that sin. Okay, my name is Kobran. My question is, if you owe somebody some money and that person is dead, what is the best way to pay it back? You need to find the people who inherited him and give them the money. If you cannot, then give it as a sadaqah on his behalf. If you cannot reach his wife, his family, because they are in another country, you need to do your best to find them. If you cannot, then just give that money as a sadaqah on their behalf. I would like to talk about my condition. Can you please give me a phone? I can do that. I cannot do that in television. That's fine, Brother Mahmoud. I will give you, let me do this because I know I'm going to forget. Let me give you my number, but please do not call me today. Call me tomorrow, inshallah. 21, okay, okay, we send that. Okay. I'm sorry, dear callers. I see a lot of you calling. I'm sorry, I cannot answer any more calls tonight. I just want to take care of these emails. My question is about Surah Al-Ahzab, where Allah said to women to cover her face. Also, Rasulullah said the face and the hands are the only things for women. Can you please explain? Okay, I will do that, inshallah. But in general, overall, Sister Nadia, the hijab, we have the niqab, covering all the body except the eyes, which is the niqab, is established. We cannot even go up, without, you cannot refute the fact that it is in the religion. But now the overall meaning, the overall ruling regarding the hijab vis-a-vis the niqab, the majority of the jurists, they say that the hand and the 2 hands, that's what we mean by the hands, and the face is what is established. The niqab is recommended. Established mean mandatory, is the mandatory portion of this. I'm sorry, dear callers, I see a lot of you calling, but I will not be able to take any more calls. Jazakumullah khairan. Tahrir, is it permissible for virgin sons to ask their parents for marriage, but not for virgin girls? Either or, virgin girls, virgin boys, it is highly recommended that we seek marriage for them. Because as parents, you should try to get them married. This is the best way to protect themselves. We have Brother Ibrahim. I have been watching your show and mashallah, it's great. However, could you tell your callers to turn off the television? I do this all the time, wallahi Ibrahim, I'm sorry. I will do that in the future again and again, inshallah. I'm sorry, callers. I see a lot of you still calling. I'm sorry, I will not be able to pick up any more questions because I have to sign off in a couple of minutes here. My name is Maryam. Earlier, I asked a question referring to my mom, and my question was not really answered. My mom doesn't pray, do anything Islamically. She does not listen to any of my lectures. I think she is not a Muslim anymore, because anytime I ask her if she's a Muslim or not, she doesn't answer. She tells some people that she is a Christian sometimes. She is sick right now. If she passes away, what should I do about her funeral? Just, يا سيستي يا أخت مريم, let's try to make sure that she says the kalima, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Can you please ask her to say the kalima, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah all the time? If she says that kalima, ya ukhti, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive her. But I don't want to assume that she's off the religion right now. Maybe she doesn't have the knowledge about the consequences of what she's doing. That is where I think you need to spend some time with her, basically to let her say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. If she can pray, get her to pray. But for the time being, still hope that she is still a Muslim. Okay, can I guess my time is up. I still have other questions. What about this? Can you please call us tomorrow? We have a show tomorrow, inshallah, right? So tomorrow, inshallah, we'll answer the rest of the questions. Dear viewers, we love you for the sake of Allah. We're glad we had 2-hour show tonight just to make up for the missed days. I look forward to answering questions tomorrow, inshallah. Again, we're going to go back to our regular time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Till tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.